Is understanding your teenager the same as trying to let them get away with bad behavior? Many parents think that when they stop to listen, instead of punishing immediately, they are losing control. But here's the truth: your teen's behavior is always communicating something. If you don't take your time to understand what is going on beneath the surface, you'll find yourself stuck in cycle of argument, punishment, and even frustration. So today, let's break it down. How can you understand your teen without enabling bad behavior? Because I know in my last video where I spoke about seeking to understand your teenager, some of you might have thought that I'm saying, hey, enable bad behavior, or this one is us enabling bad behavior. But how can you understand your teenager without you feeling like you're enabling bad behavior, or without you actually enabling bad behavior? So, number one, let's start from the basis. We've already said earlier in my last video that teenagers' behavior equals communication. So every behavior you're seeing is a corresponding communication that is ongoing that you need to decipher beneath it. Think about it. Everything that you know is not always expressing the way they feel with words. Instead, they act out. Maybe they slam doors, they ignore your rules, and even walk out on you. But before you react, like I always say, ask yourself what's behind the behavior. Is it a communication of frustration, a feeling of not being heard? Is there stress from school? Is there peer pressure from school? When you understand the root cause, you can address the root cause instead of controlling the symptoms. Number two, understanding is not permissiveness. It's not the same thing. When we say God understands us, does it mean He's permitting us to sin? No. Understanding of your child or the behavior of your child is not permissiveness. You need to understand that as a parent of a teenager. A lot of parents worry that when they take a step back to seek to understand their teens, it means that they are being too soft. But there is a huge difference between understanding and excusing bad behavior. A huge difference. Trust me. Understanding only means, look, I see where you're coming from, but your actions still have consequences. It's about guiding and not just punishing. Think about it this way. If a teenager is struggling in school and failing all the tests and the exams, do you just yell? Does it solve any problem? Or would you seek to try to find out why learning is difficult for them at the period or at the time where they are? Say maybe they need better tutoring, or they need maybe guidance in the way they are studying, their studying habits, or just emotional support. Discipline will be the same way. It's about actually solving the problem, the root cause, not just reacting to the symptom. So number three, how do you respond without coming off like you are enabling bad behavior? Like I always say, stay calm. Your staying calm sets the tone of how your response is going to be. If you yell, they shut down. But if you respond with calmness, they open up. It works that simple. Number two, under how you can respond without coming off like you are enabling. Set clear boundaries. I've said that before. Set clear boundaries. Because understanding does not mean there are no rules. It means explaining them with logic, not just because I said so. Number three, under how you can respond without feeling like you are enabling. You need to teach responsibility instead of just obedience. Instead of just punishing your children for the mistakes, or your teenagers for the mistakes that they make, can you consider trying to get them to learn from those mistakes? So you ask open-ended questions like, what have you learned from this? What do you think you can do differently next time to avoid this from happening? We do this every day in our offices, but they come in very handy at the home front too, because this would aid you, help your child build problem-solving skills instead of making them be afraid or instilling the fear monger, or creating fear or shame from the incident that has just happened. It helps them seek out ways to deal with problems when they happen. And you've created a situation whereby they now become problem solvers, and they build problem solving skills for themselves and even in life as they grow older. When you're parenting a teen, you must have a parenting mindset shift, and that will help you deal with that parenting experience differently. So when next your teen acts out, don't just see bad behavior. See an opportunity to connect, teach, and guide. Because when you approach their struggles with understanding, you are not enabling. No, you're not. You are only empowering them to become emotionally responsible adults as time goes on. Does this resonate with you? Hit the like button, comment, and let me know how it is going for you and if all the tips I've been sharing is giving you value on your parenting journey. Share this video with a parent and also join the community of Raise a Parent, where we call it Raise a Parent Academy Wrapper, powered by Mick Earthcares, which we are training and grooming parents to be able to give back the right kind of care while also giving themselves a robust experience on this parenting journey. You can click the link in my description or click the link in the comment section depending on where you're watching this from. Thank you for watching up until this time. Until I see you on the next. Goodbye.